Hey guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here. We are back with Hunter x Hunter. I kind of sat here for a couple minutes before recording thinking, okay, how are we going to do this? How should I intro it? How should I do this? What's the format going to be? And then I just clicked record and said, screw it. We'll figure it out. So, first of all, I need to put these on. Yes. I know people lose their mind every time I wear glasses in a video. Yes, I am blind. I just don't wear glasses while I watch anime because I don't need to. But with small text, I definitely need glasses. Also, we are starting with chapter 340. Again, the very end of volume 32. Now, the way this is going to look on screen, I'm not entirely sure. Most people recommended just to have the page number at the bottom of what we're doing. I don't know if I feel like most people read manga in a volume format at this point, but I'm just kind of thinking for people who for some reason don't have the chapter in a volume format because the pages would be different then. But regardless, we'll have the pages at the bottom. Maybe I'll figure out a way to show each time I flip a page, just to show where I'm at, just in case people for some reason don't have the manga with them at any given time. I don't know. We'll figure out how it's going to work because I don't like not having it on screen at all because I always want people to be able to watch my videos without having anything else. If you're watching this on a phone, it's just kind of weird to not be able to see what's happening. So I don't know. You guys are watching it. Maybe I figured something out in editing that kind of looks nice and works. But regardless, no matter what, I'll have the page numbers we're on at the bottom of the screen. What else? What do I expect? I mean, I kind of talked about it at the end of episode 148. I mean, again, this whole new continent stuff, the outside world, I want to know more. From what I know, again, since this is the last chapter of this volume, and it seems like this is kind of wrapping up / moving into a new arc, I feel like we're going to kind of learn some stuff about what's going to happen, but I don't think anything's necessarily going to happen in this last chapter here. I think, again, it's just going to be building more, possibly. If this arc is about this new outside world, maybe we'll learn a bit about where it's going to begin, the first place we're going to go to, or maybe this arc's going to take a completely different turn. I don't know. Again, I feel like this is going to be just kind of I feel like this is what would have ended off the current arc in the anime if they were continuing, but since they didn't continue, they just kind of ended it and left this a little bit out. Again, I don't know though. Again, sometimes volumes cut off in weird spots, but what else? Is there anything else I should really mention before we get into it? I mean, I'm guessing, I'm gonna assume naturally that most people who are watching this stuck with me for the anime, so I don't think I really need to introduce any of the basic stuff. I mean, again, what I want from the manga, I just want more Hisoka, more Bisky, and yeah, that's it. You throw those two things in and I'll be perfectly content. No, but beyond that, again, just this new revelation that there's an outside world to explore. I'm so excited. It just opens up so much more possibilities on where we're gonna go. But yeah, I mean, I'm already ready. I'm at chapter 340, special mission. I guess I'll kind of announce the pages as we go through. 188, 189 is where we're beginning. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys read the little side panels in chapters or volumes, kind of at the end and the beginning with little side content. I usually don't when I'm reading manga, so I mean, I guess I'll kind of skim through it as I'm going, but I don't think I'm gonna read it out loud or focus on it or anything because it's just, I don't know, they're kind of just small little tidbits if you want to read them. I guess if there's a little information, I know manga a lot of times does little information panels where they're list a whole bunch of people that we meet in the chapter or something. Those I'll look at. Those are definitely interesting to look at and something that you kind of miss out on in the anime, right? But I don't know, it's talking about this little Kurapika filler thing here. I'll probably pass on a lot of those. So anyways, I'm ready to get into it. So again, I'm keeping this all into one video. No clicking the link to go to Vimeo and then coming back here. I'm trying to keep everything in one video so that it's easier for me to edit because that's just how it is. So anyways, let's us begin. Chapter 340. Everyone, big trouble. Beans running in. I also, by the way, I am curious to see now what Cheadle, because Cheadle's the chairman. I don't think she really expected to become chairman, so I'm kind of curious to see what she's gonna do now. It's just kind of weird. So, Perfect timing, Beans. Have a seat. Cheetah was about to speak. You're not gonna quit, are you, Chairman? Let's just hope that that's not what she does first thing is quit, just like Pearson. Don't worry, the likelihood of that is equal to your manners improving. Damn. I also kind of like, again, I want to be interrupting a lot because I feel like it works in manga format. And it's one thing I kind of like is I can kind of butt in whenever I want and just kind of talk while we're going through this. So this sounds urgent. Yes, watch this. Okay, so we have a TV. I'm guessing like a broadcast or something we'll be looking at here on this big projection. All right, flipping pages, 190. Vast amounts of resources, food, untapped reserves for a plentiful future for humanity. This guy is not somebody we've seen before. He's got very interesting hair. Jesus, his head grows up into his hair. I don't know about that. Who's that? Kakin's King Hui Gyo-ro? Hui Gyo-ro? Okay. Like 99% of kids know that. Vast amounts, hold on, he can't mean, we, the Kakin Empire, declare we shall carry on the dreams of humanity and advance our research to the Dark Continent. The Dark Continent. What is that? Is that the outside world, or is that like a specific continent in the outside world? The Dark Continent. Okay, I think we have a direction. Who is this guy? The Kakin Empire? I don't know. People have told me that in the manga you do learn about a lot of different factions in the Hunter x Hunter world, so I'm kind of curious. Also, I'm just kind of looking at the map now. Is this supposed to be... I don't know. I just kind of looked at it for a second. It almost looks like their world map is kind of like a inverse version of our world map, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. I mean, it looks kind of similar, but maybe not. I knew it. The Dark Continent, the Forbidden Region, and the ultimate taboo. What's the Dark Continent? What's the Dark Continent? Please enlighten me. For real, what do you know? What kind of hunter are you? Okay, so I guess hunters just kind of know about this in a general sense, or at least the higher-ups do. It's outside the world map. Magical beasts are said to originate there. I love this. Whenever humanity tried to venture there in the past, ancient manuscripts described great calamities. Over 200 years ago, the Continental versus Forum, V5, Continental V5 Forum? I don't know what that is. Signed a treaty agreeing to leave it alone. Okay. So basically, there's people that know about this outside world. And there's shit that happens there, and everybody's agreed to not do anything and just leave it alone. We don't want to go there. We're happy in our nice little safe space. No need to expand to the Dark Continent. All right. Why is this guy on TV like talking about it then, I wonder? I mean, I guess he's declaring, So I wonder if this is a problem they're going to be worried about, that this guy is just going on TV declaring, hey, yeah, this Dark Continent, it's a thing. We're going to go advance our research or our reach into it. And I mean, I don't know. I wonder if maybe the hunters are going to try and stop that. Although, I don't know. It's nonsense to be tied down by superstitions spread by the countries now in decline. The time has come for a rising nation, the driving force behind modern society. I'm curious. Okay. Flipping page 192, 193. To open a new door. Do they actually have a plan? New, only in name. This is exciting. Their economic growth has made them cocky enough to ignore the treaty. Okay, so again, going back to the treaty, the V5 treaty, I'm guessing it's something that all, like the Continental V5 form, I'm guessing it's everybody in this current world that we know of is part of that treaty. So them saying they're going to expand is ignoring the treaty, which I'm not sure what consequences that would have. To lead the rest of the world, they're going to lead the rest of the world. We'll see about that. Did Kakin ever sign the treaty? Didn't everyone have to? They might not have. Okay. So that's interesting to see. So we don't know if they signed the treaty yet or whether they have, or whether they did or didn't. Kakin made the transition from social imperialism to parliamentary democracy in the most silent revolution in history 30 years ago. By taking the royal name out of their country, they technically became a new nation. So they've been preparing for this 30 years ago. They've been, again, silent revolution is always something interesting because it's something that the entire rest of the world is not going to really hone in on. So, okay. They may have neglected to renew treaties. Maybe, but it would be unethical. It would be maybe it would be unethical, but not a target for sanctions. This is big news. No, not yet. The real problem is coming up. Just watch Beans. Is this okay? To lead the Dark Continent expedition team, we've acquired the most qualified person available. Let me introduce you to Netero. The leader of the greatest specialist in the world, a veteran among fighters, in active service his whole life, the legendary pro hunter, Isaac Netero. All right. So either he's dead and they're using him. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. I feel like most regular people don't know that Netero is dead yet. Because again, he announced his resignation and said, someone else is going to be voted up. So again, the general people don't really know that he's dead. So are they capitalizing on that? Do they know he's dead, first of all? Or what if he's actually alive? He's not alive. I mean, not as we know it, he can't be alive. I don't think. I don't know. Okay. Next page, 194, 195. We've hired his son, Captain Beyond Netero. Beyond Netero? Or Captain Beyond Netero? Or is he saying that he's Beyond Netero? Or his name is Beyond Netero? He looks so badass. Jesus. I thought Netero couldn't get any cooler, but here's his son. Dude. The scars on his face. Okay. So it's his son. Chairman Netero had a son, and nobody knows this. He had no family. We need to confirm this. So my beloved father always used to say, when you stop challenging yourself, your life is over. So he's on TV right now proclaiming this. This just seems so weird. Okay. Something does feel off. Like, he has a kid that nobody knew about, not even the Zodiacs. It would be like Netero's son, though, to lead an expedition to the Dark Continent without, to break a treaty and just go do this. Or maybe not break a treaty, sneak around a treaty in a way. Okay. I told you this would be information overload. Deciphering myths and exploring ruins, we learn where our ancient ancestors came from. Okay. Is there a need to confirm? No matter how many obstacles stand in the path to our goal. Just like the chairman himself is talking. I know, that's what I'm saying. It feels like this is Netero. I promise I will remove them. Okay. He also, again, he said a couple panels ago, deciphering myths and exploring ruins, we learn where our ancient ancestors came from. So is that kind of, giving us the information that humans may have originated from outside of our current continents, from the Dark Continent, possibly? Possibly, maybe. Maybe that's what Jing had found in... Wait, do we ever get what Jing found in that tomb? I don't think he outright said it. Or was that when he learned about the outside world? I remember that from last episode. I was kind of confused on why they didn't say anything about that. Is that where he learned about the new continent, or did he always know about it? I feel like it maybe wasn't stated, but I feel like it's pretty likely that's maybe where he learned about this outside world. And maybe it's because, our ancestors came from there and they left, myths and ruins behind to tell the tale. Interesting. Age, gender, nationality, employment, race, none of it matters. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity. I like this guy, something just feels off about this. It's just happening out of nowhere, but I like Netero Jr. I will turn down no challenger. Anyone who wants to win this new land is in my family. Each person will have a role to play. All you need is the courage to step forward. Whew. I like the sounds of that. I'm wondering where this is gonna go. Are people gonna try and join up with him like hunters to explore the new world? Or are the hunters gonna stand against him? I'm curious. All right, come on to Kakin. Let us go to the new world. I want to go to the new world. Can I? Again, I'm kind of worried though. This just seems all weird and out of nowhere. But if, I mean, there's nothing so far that we've seen to, or any reason that we've seen so far to assume that this is a bad thing. Because I think expanding is always a good thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Next page, 198, 199. I promise to take you there. All right, that's it. That's where it ends. Okay. Everyone is wavering. I don't blame them. Even I heard the chairman in his speech. So, actually, the chairman left 2 DVDs. So that was a DVD he left behind, presumably? Not like an actual broadcast? So is this like supposed to be read only for the hunters? I wonder. There was like a giant crowd there when he proclaimed it. Like, I'm going back to the last page on the left panel. There's like a giant crowd in front of his speech. So I definitely think this was like to the public. Yeah, this is going back and looking at some other panels. This was like all over TV everywhere and stuff. So, okay. So this is a fully public thing. But apparently the chairman left 2 DVDs. So, oh, so he's talking about the first DVD, I'm guessing, was the one the chairman left to the public for people to see, like, hey, I'm resigning, this and that. Maybe he left another one specifically for the hunters on, like, an objective for them in the future. Maybe he was saying, hey, my son was given orders once I'm dead to head to the Dark Continent. You guys are supposed to go with him, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. Let's flip the page. 198.99. He knew this would happen. Here, again, he's got this DVD prepared. Okay. He told me to show this to all the Zodiacs if anyone came forward claiming to be his child. Okay. If anyone claimed... That's such a like, imagine Beans getting that DVD, Netero saying, hey, in the future, if somebody claims to be my child, play this DVD to the Zodiacs. Like, what? Beans has been given so much odd tasks between Netero and Jing on, like, stuff to do in the future. Who knows what else Netero's tasked him to do? It's like, I don't know, some crazy shit. Like, if on the 40th day of the 6th month, there's not 40 days in a month. If on the 19th day of the 6th month, it starts raining at exactly 4:22 p.m. I want you to give this message to exactly this person. It's like, they're always ready for anything. But I guess, again, Netero was probably prepared. I guess his son maybe had ambitions that he was saving for once Netero died. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he says in this DVD. Hopefully we get to see it in this chapter, because we don't have very long left. For real, let's watch it. Idiot, he said all of us. Yeah, there are 2 missing. Jing's not there, and who else isn't there? Pariston isn't there as well. Oh, come on. It'll take forever to track down Jing. Pariston is usually in his office at this time. No, he's not vice chairman anymore. Where is he? Oh yeah, we have to decide on that too. Was your talk about choosing a vice chairman, Cheadle? That could be interesting. Later, message first. We might find Pariston. Jing won't even answer his phone. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you guys find Pariston. Jing's... I wonder if this is like happened simultaneously with Jing and Gon at the top of the tree, or if this is like a bit later. All right, quiet everyone, Cheeto. Business as usual. I'll make my speech first. Okay. I want to get that out of the way. I want to see what Cheeto has to say. As it turns out, it's not unrelated. Okay. Okay, if you say so. Over 100, page flip, by the way, 202, 203. Over 100 million views on iTube in an hour. On iTube. I love anime, or not just anime, but fictional versions of real-life websites. My favorite is still GodTube from Dragon Ball Super. It's an interesting idea. We also have iTube here. 100,000 phone lines can't keep up with the flood of applications. Damn, so there are tons of people. This is like Elon Musk sending people to Mars or to the moon. It's like, it's just this outside world. Everybody wants to see it. Great, keep taking them. The king received a formal request from V5 to withdraw the announcement and sign the treaty. Okay. Let's guess together. Did he sign the treaty afterwards? Now, after he's declared that he's going to head to the Dark Continent, I'm sure he's going to sign the treaty now. Tell him to ignore it. They've been asleep for centuries. What do you need to follow, or what do you need to follow the V5 rules anyway? Ooh, a lot of text here. You must send an application for passage to an agency operated by V5. In order to apply, there are procedures to follow at each country's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. A lot of politics. You'll be tied up for a month apiece by contracts and briefings. That's 5 months total. You need 3 letters of introduction from members of the applicant's Congress to see the chief or the section chief. You're still not guaranteed acceptance. Who cares? Stop your yammering. Again, if we're not going through it then what's the point? We don't need all this information, or at least they don't. But you asked. That is true. He did ask. I don't think he expected all that. They'd make me sit around for years waiting for permission to play by their little club's rules. Then, after dropping a fortune, I might get to accompany the expedition on a supervised sightseeing tour. I like that. He has his goals. Again, I don't know why. Why does he want to go to the, from what we're seeing, it's just an adventurous thing. He wants to venture out. He wants humanity to advance. But what if there's more of a motive behind it? Like, what if there's something out there that he knows that he wants? Specifically something there, like an item or a place, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hopefully. 204, 205. I want to go where no one has gone before. Acquire things nobody has touched. Meet people nobody has met. In the great wide open, I want to explore without bounds, leaving my mark on virgin territory. I won't turn down anyone who joins or chase after anyone who leaves, but I'll crush anyone who tries to interfere. So, hold on. Why does that guy in the bottom left look like Pariston? Am I going crazy? Is that just me? I was going to say, we have this panel of people at the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I wonder if this is... I wonder if Netero's speech is going to tell them to stop them from going to the Dark Continent, and then the Zodiacs are going to have to stop these group of 10 people. Again, though, that looks oddly like Pariston at the bottom left. I wonder if maybe he's just seeking for something else now, and he joined Netero's son? Or maybe that's not Pariston. It looks like him. Again, though, keep in mind with manga, the art styles are a little bit different. So that could be Pariston, it could not be. I feel like it'd be easier to recognize if I had read the manga up till now. But again, it's hard to say because some characters might look a little different. So, you got to take that into account. But again, there are these people. They all look very interesting. Again, the designs, the character designs in Hunter x Hunter never fail. 206, 207, the rat Pariston. He is there. And the Boar King Bull submitted a request to leave the Zodiacs, and I approved. They're gone? Okay, that is Pariston for sure. Pariston has... Presumably? Yeah, he's at the round table there. Okay, so Pariston has joined them. And Jing left the Zodiacs as well. I can see why Jing would. Jing doesn't like to be bound to anything, really. I wonder if Jing's going to want to join them too, or if Jing's going to want to do it his own way, kind of like Gon. I'm not sure. I mean, he could join them and still kind of do things his own way. Interesting. So if they left, there's now 10 Zodiacs and 10 of these guys, right? Interesting. 10 on 10. Again, it's all boiling up to where the hunters might have to stop them. We'll see. And I approved. So the 10 of us are everyone. I think we can have a look at that message. All right. One more thing. This is important. We have a special mission direct from V5. Hunt down Beyond Netero. Okay, his name for sure is Beyond Netero. Beyond is kind of an interesting name. Hunt down Beyond Netero. Okay. So there we have it. Their mission is to stop beyond Netero and his group. All right, before we talk about that, we'll continue on. Again, that is the end of the chapter. I'm just going to see what else there is. Okay, that's it. We're done there. Okay. So, interesting. I wonder, going with the discussion, I wonder if the best way to do these discussions is to maybe start at the beginning again and just kind of re-go through each chapter and just kind of talk about things as they happen. I think that's probably the easiest way to go about this. But again, crazy chapter. A whole lot of stuff going on right now in terms of leading into the next arc and everything. So we learned that Netero does have a son, beyond Netero. he looks so cool. Like, where's his picture again? He looks so cool. He looks like Netero. He does have the same, like, he has the big ears, the nose, his eyes are kind of tight together, and very hairy. It looks like Netero. It looks just like him, but also not just like him. He looks a lot more manly than Netero, I think. He looks more like a Viking Netero. If that makes any sense, Viking Netero. I don't know. So, again, beyond Netero and the, what is it? The Khakeen Empire? Yeah, the Khakeen Empire. Okay. Interesting. So, again, the king of Khakeen is this weird-looking guy with the one piece of hair on the top. But the expedition is going to be spearheaded by beyond Netero. So that's interesting. So again, it's just a lot of it was conversation on, again, how, again, beyond Netero is going to be taking on anybody. He'll take on anybody he wants to join his group and to explore the Dark Continent. And again, they've already got, like, what did it say, thousands or millions of applicants. 100,000 phone lines can't keep up with the flood of applications. So over 100,000, because they have 100,000 phone lines and they're all busy. So, and over 100 million views on iTube in an hour. That's a lot. I wonder how that would relate to how much. What's the most amount of video or views a video has gone on YouTube in less than an hour? I don't even know. Like, numbers on YouTube are getting so ridiculously high in the past couple years. It's hard to keep track because, like, it's just YouTube's so big now. And again, I love the idea that Netero left this DVD behind, just specifically for if someone came out saying they were his son. I wonder why his son was kept a secret this whole time. I wonder, like, They have orders. Hold on. If we go back to the last page, we have a special mission direct from V5. Was that, Cheadle saying that? I don't think they've watched, actually, the DVD from Netero yet. I think that was Cheadle saying that to everybody here. It was. So we still don't know what Netero has to say in his final DVD, I don't think. Because I wonder if maybe, like, my question is, Netero, does he oppose his son? I mean, he's dead now, but if he were alive, does he oppose his son? Or would he maybe, like, want to stop him as kind of like a game? Because again, Netero is just like he's like a child. He likes to just have fun. Again, I want to see that DVD. I don't think we've seen it yet. Because again, that last two panels, that was Cheadle talking, saying, you know, hunt down beyond Netero. Okay. So looking at these 10, I guess, I don't know what to call them, like the 10 higher ups in the Khakeen Empire, whoever they are. We don't recognize any of them, except for Periston. And again, Periston, is this something he's had in the works for a while? Has he known these people for a while? Has he wanted to come here? Or is this just a spur of the moment thing now that Netero's dead? He's like, hey, his son sounds interesting. Might as well get close to him. Because again, though, he was close to Netero because again, it was interesting for both of them to have a grudge with somebody who was so close to them in terms of their career. So I wonder if Parison is kind of seeking that out again here by joining up with his son. I'm not sure. It's definitely interesting. What else? What else from this chapter do I really need to discuss? I think again, this felt like a very simple chapter, but again, a lot of text. Just learning more about the outside world. The Dark Continent. They did refer to the Dark Continent. Is the Dark Continent just looking at the map on page 190? It looks like the Dark Continent is just referred to as everything outside of the world as we know it. Because like on the map that they show, it's like we have our world and then everything outside of it is dark. Kind of like a video game where if you don't explore somewhere, it's like blackened out on the map. I'm guessing that's why they call it the Dark Continent, because they haven't explored there and it's just everything outside of the world they live in. Although I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, again, I'm glad that this new arc is kind of gonna take us to this outside world, presumably, unless the order to stop this expedition is carried out by the hunters inside of this continent and they're stopped before they're even able to go on the expedition. I kind of hope the expedition goes through because I want to see the Dark Continent once out there and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much going to finish off this chapter. We'll have to wait and see how all their chapters go. But I think going at this pace, one chapter a week might not be too bad. It seems like this is pretty text heavy as opposed to, I mean, Hunter x Hunter as a whole has always been more plot heavy and like dialogue heavy than action heavy. So I think one chapter a week would probably suit this pretty well with all the dialogue there is. If we keep these videos to like 30, 40 minutes long, I mean, I think that's pretty good for once a week. Because I think twice a week, I don't know, yeah, I think it's a bit more to cram in. But again, we'll have to wait and see how these chapters go over a little while. We'll see, you know, if things stay consistent or not. I guess I probably should have mentioned this at the start of the video, but for any of you guys who want to keep up with the exact version that I'm reading this on Viz right now. I actually was considering buying the physical copy for the future volumes because it's like $2 extra as opposed to the digital version. Because I know Viz has the digital vault where like if you subscribe you can just read everything for free, but not really for free because you're subscribing. But Hunter x Hunter's not on there, at least for me. I'm not sure if it's region locked because some people told me it was on there, but it's definitely not. So yeah, I'm in Canada, so I don't know if it's region locked or if it's just not on there. But again, I think the digital version was like $7 or $8 for me, again in Canadian dollars. And the physical version was like $9 or $10 on Amazon. So I don't know, we'll see. I think I might keep it digital because it's easier just to record and screen cap exactly where I am in the chapter, rather than having a physical version and you get just not being able to see where I am on the screen. But I don't know. But outside of that, I mean, I think again this is kind of showing me that I think manga reactions are going to be very interesting. It's gonna take a little bit for me to get used to having to read on camera again. But outside of that, like it's so nice to be able to read a panel or two and just stop and talk without because I know I don't like pausing an anime because you can break the flow of things with the music and the action and everything happening. But with manga, there's no music, it's just pictures, so you can stop it whenever you want, right? You can pause, you know, take a break, take a breather, and pick it up, and you won't feel like you like ruined anything by pausing it or stopping. I mean, there's no pausing a picture, but you know what I mean? So I don't know. You guys let me know. Again, I want feedback. Let me know if you want me to stop, like to interrupt a little bit less, or if you want me to read slower, or if you want me to, I know I probably am reading too fast. I read fast in general. So if you want me to read slower, then that's fine. Again, if you want me to interrupt myself less and save the discussions for the start or the end, let me know. Again, if there's any suggestions, whether it's criticism or it's, you know, just saying I like how you did the format so far, let me know, because I want these to be as enjoyable as possible. And again, I'd like to do more manga reactions in the future. Again, Tokyo Ghoul Re is the big one that I kind of have my eyes set on. You know, we wouldn't do that anytime soon. It'd be after we're done this or after I have more time in general. But you know, we'll see. Depending on how this goes, depending on how your feedback is. And also depending on how many people actually watch this. I mean, it's not really a big factor, but if nobody's watching these, then I mean, there's not really much of a point. But I know there's not going to be nobody watching these because a lot of people asked for this. So I don't know. It's just kind of, it's an experiment, I guess we'll say. So that will finish off chapter 340 and volume 32. As far as I know, there's at least volume 34 and 35. Beyond that, I'm not sure. How many chapters are there in this volume? If we go back to the beginning of the volume, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we go 10 chapters per volume, I don't know. I don't know how many volumes there are out, but I'm just kind of thinking in the future for, once we're past how many volumes are out and just reading the single chapters. I'm not sure where we're going to read that from, because I know Viz only has things in volume format, right? No, that's not true, because I read Boruto on here, and they release in chapter format as they're released, I think. But again, in Hunter x Hunter, I don't see that anywhere. I just see the volumes for purchase. So again, maybe things are region locked and I have to get a VPN, or maybe there's another source. But again, that's months and months and months down in the future, because again, we're only going to be doing 4 chapters a week. We're not even going to be done volume 33 for like 2 or 3 months. And then after that, it'll be another 2 or 3 months for volume 34. And I think there's volume 35, maybe 36. I don't know, but it's going to take a long time for us to get that far. So that's something we can think about in the future. Hell, I guess odds are by that point, maybe the manga will start up again and a bunch more volumes will be out for chapters that are already released. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, I think I'm going to end this off here. Again, very, very fun first experience here for this reaction. And I'm just excited to continue on with this this story, this journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, leave feedback if you can, or if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. That's fine. But I'm gonna leave you guys off here. Again, quick reminder for Patreon, or for you guys watching on YouTube, the only thing you can get for Patreon when it comes to this series is early access. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see the next chapter now, you can click the link down in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/FreeRGoFilms, and you can check out the early access benefits there. But beyond that, again, once a week, every Sunday. I like the way that sounds. So anyways, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all next Sunday with chapter 341. Until then, peace out.